my wardrobe and look over my clothes. Okay. So I just wanted to have a talk with y'all today again. Okay. Because I keep getting a similar download with what I was talking about earlier. Now, what I got, all right, and I had to come on here and do it because I want to reach more of y'all. Hi, everybody. So I'm basically purging my closet, purging my house, just going through my clothes and seeing what work and playing with fashion just to see what I got. So I had this little lacy skirt for a while and this sweater for a while. I just never wore. So I'm trying to see what it looks like. Okay, y'all. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I had to get back on y'all because um I want to invite y'all to my workshop today. I hope some of y'all will come because it's very important. It's the new year, and if you want to figure out your legacy, if you want me to help you figure things out with that, come to my workshop. Tickets to my workshop is $5. The tickets are $5. The workshop will be once a week until the end of January. The workshop will be today between 3 o'clock and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, tickets is $5. Okay? I will email the requirements to you. So if you want to join my workshop to learn about your destiny and to learn about your legacy, or just have me help you figure things out with how the creator is working with you this year in your assignment, you can cash out me $5 and then email me, and then I will preserve you a seat in my workshop. It's going to be on Zoom between 3 and 4 p.m. today in Eastern Time. That's in about 2 hours or so. Okay? I only got 4 seats available. Only 4 seats. Okay, y'all. I'm only gonna be talking for a brief minute because I gotta go. I have to go. But I want to tell y'all that the creator was telling me like to focus on yourself. Like, don't take people back. If somebody been breaking up with you or yo-yoing you, you cannot take them back now. And this in the month of January, it needs to be, you need to be about your own energy, and you need to be focusing on breaking spell work. So month of January, you need to be focusing on breaking spell work. So you need to find out basically what spell work has been on your energy, your character, your self-care, um, your plans. You want to find out how it's been messy and any obstacles, okay? So make sure that you are doing that. So you need to prioritize your self-care all the way from January to March, especially in this month. So get you a routine where you can grind, take care of yourself. Consider doing some minimalism, only working with the best, having a makeover. You might want to purge your closet or just try to see how you could only work with the best. What you want to take in your, what you want to keep in your rebirth. What you love, okay? What make you weak? What don't make you ruthless? What don't make you lose control? You want to keep things that make you be in control of your energy. You want to keep people who let you be in control of your energy. You want to do work where you feel like you're in control of your energy. So that's the plan for January. You also want to be practical this month. You're not supposed to be winging it and winging it. You're supposed to be actually coming up with some sort of schedule, like you're in school, like you're at the university. You want to have some sort of plan or workshop, okay? Hi everybody. Y'all, I'm going through my wardrobe, okay? I'm looking at what I got. When we get into the earth energy season, you want to be looking at how to have an upgrade with your beauty. You know, earth energy is about self-care. It's about getting in shape. It's about working with the best and looking your best. So consider what you have, what you're wearing. You might want to purge your jewelry box right now and just put your best jewelry on through the month of January. You also may want to look at the colors that you're wearing to see if they're going well with you. You also want to find a way to be distinct and be different in your fashion. Like you see me, like I have on threads here, but then I have this here. See the pattern's different. But then I got this like really old fashioned necklace on that somebody bought me years ago and I never wore. So find a way to be distinctive. Find a way to stand out. And just do some reconstruction of the way you take care of yourself, the way you connect with your coworkers, the way you connect with family members. See how you can clean that up, and also work on your schedule and your planning, and be mindful of your time. Okay, you need to be better at time management so that you don't have that many delays this year. So you do need to prioritize going to the gym. Okay, if you're into getting on the treads or lifting weights, this is a good time, especially if you want to do some backpacking or hiking up some hills or just hiking in the woods. This is actually a good time, even if it's snowing. It's going to teach you how to persevere, and you can get to practice your survival instincts. So right now it's the time to practice your survival instincts, how you can make money, how you can use your energy to get the bag, how you can work with the best of you to get the bag. You have to be focused on getting work done, picking up projects that you procrastinated on last year. You want to cycle back and get them done. Try to get them all out the way, you know, by spring so that you can plant new seeds. You can start a new garden. So if you have a garden that you've been procrastinating on, you need to get that done by March, because you got to start some new seeds. Okay. You got to get some new seeds growing. You got to go, definitely by March, you got to do some shopping, and you will probably be doing an overhaul, clearing the path again, and keeping the best of the best again. So this is still a purge month. People might not think it is, but it is. Just don't be so ruthless if you're purging family members and people from your past. Don't be so ruthless. Just, set up boundaries. And, if you're going to cut them off, be very minimalistic the way you cut them off so you save your energy. Okay? Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. So I'm having me some peppermint tea here, y'all. I'm just trying on clothes, y'all. I'm not really trying to perfectly match. I really want to just, do things my way. So this is actually a sweater that was in my closet for a while and I haven't wore. So I'm seeing how it makes me feel. So I hope this video was helpful. Once again, I'm having a Zoom workshop today at I think 3:30 p.m. between 3:30 and 4 p.m. And the tickets will be $5, okay? And you can cash out me the $5 to money sign Coach V Hunter, and then email me and tell me that you bought your ticket. You bought a ticket to the workshop today, and then I'll save your seat. And I'll send you a link. If you don't email me, I can't send you the link to the workshop. So after you buy the ticket, you email me. My email has been posted in the community news. I will post all my information when this video ends. I have only 4 seats available. It is the Legacy Workshop, Destiny Legacy. Also, Life Path workshop that I'm hosting once a week through the month of January. In each workshop, there'll be something different. So if you don't attend the workshop today and then you go to the one I'm having next week, you're not going to get the stuff that you could have got today. Okay? I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff I talked about in this morning's video. Some of y'all was lucky enough to watch that video. It is not available on replay. It's private now. That video I did this morning. But if you want a deeper discussion on it and further information on the video topic, you have to join my workshop today at 3:30. I think I said 3:30. It'll be between 3 and 4 o'clock. It's only a 40-minute workshop, but you will learn a lot. And I will have a parting gift for everybody who attend. And if you attend all 3 workshops this month, then you'll get another parting gift. Okay? So for the 4 people who join my workshop once a week, they will they come and they do the whole workshop. They will leave with a parting gift every workshop, and then if they have done all 3 workshops, they'll have an extra parting gift. So I really hope I see y'all there, okay? Because after these workshops, none of that information will be available in the workshop. You will have to buy it in the book form. I should have the book form in the series, the extended series out by spring at the latest. But if you want the teasers, the appetizers, you want the discussion, you want someone to speak to you about your possible legacies and other stuff related to your spiritual contract or your spiritual path, you need to join my workshop I'm having today between 3 and 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. And that is within about an hour, hour and a half, okay? The workshop will start like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So whatever time is on your clock right now, within an hour and a half or so, that's when the workshop is starting. So you have until 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You have an hour to buy your ticket. Okay? That's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So look at your clock and say, I have an hour to buy my ticket. Tickets is $5. You will get some one-on-one time about your legacy and your star. We will talk, and the other people in the workshop will learn as they're listening as I'm talking to you. And then I'll talk to another person and another person. So you'll get to sit in and listen to what other people are learning about theirs. And you'll also, as a group, learn a bunch of stuff. Okay? I am called to do this. I will be showing you some of my star so you can see that I'm qualified and that I'm supposed to do this. And I will explain to you using my own chart, pieces of my chart. So I will explain it to you why I'm chosen to do this. Be a spiritual coach, a psychic guide for people, an oracle for people, as well as an artist. So if you want to take my workshops, I'm telling you, after January, I won't be doing them. I'll be strictly books. Strictly. Okay? So you won't be able to sit and have one-on-one with me. So I'm doing one-on-ones with the group 3 times, once a week, all through January. Each workshop is $5. So today's workshop is $5. Next week workshop is $5. The week after that, the workshop is $5. And that's the last workshop. Only 3 workshops. Okay? After that, I'm just going into the book world, y'all. I'm going in a different direction. Now, once my books are out for a while, I'll pick up the workshops again. Um, I also will be teaching poetry. If you're interested in learning how to write poetry, you can learn how to write poetry in my poetry workshops. April is National Poetry Season. Okay, it's a month. So this is a good time to write your very first book, chapbook of poems, and learn from someone who is a award-winning poet. Okay, I've been published multiple times. I got a stipend. I've won place in many contests, nominated for the push cart, nominated for the best of the net, selected for the best of the net, featured in multiple festivals. I was awarded a scholarship through Sprout Seed. I was awarded a stipend from Writing on the River. I was a mentee twice. I graduated and specialized in writing poetry. I graduated from the Poetry Kit School. My mentor was Jim Bennett, and he gave me an A. I graduated from his mentorship programs with an A with distinguished marks from him. He is a professor who teaches PhD students, and I am one of his best. Okay? So I'm more than qualified to teach you poetry. I've taken many of his classes and completed them. I just recently wrote about 400 and something pages of new literature in poetry and flash fiction. I just did that over 3 months, over 400 pages, which I am editing and mastering. I've had mentees in the past, and I have a book on the craft of writing poetry, which has 5 stars and has sold very well. I had to unpublish it because people were selling it on the black market, and somebody was making money off my book. So I had to unpublish it. So now I will be only teaching from my book on the craft of poetry if you're in my workshop. So I have 2 workshops, the Legacy Workshop and the New Poets Workshop, which is Write Your First Poetry Chapbook. If you attend my workshop for poets all the way through January and February, you will have written your first poetry chapbook right in time for Poetry National Poetry Month, April. So basically, you get done with your poetry chapbook by mid-February. I mean, yeah, by mid-February, and then you can submit your poetry chapbook, and then you might end up getting published because March and April is National Poetry Season. So you have more than enough time to write your first poetry chapbook, and I'm going to help you do it. Give you prompts, give you feedback, give you critique, work with you one-on-one in the workshop, answer any questions that you have with writing your poems, and I'm giving all the poets parting gifts if they complete all the workshops. So a poetry chapbook is like between 10 and 20 pages. It's called a micro book. So if you want to write 10 to 20 great poems, and you will know that they're good, that you wrote better than you ever have, join my Poets Workshop. I will be setting that up today. It will be on a weekly basis, all the way till almost the end of February. It will not be free. It will not be free, but it will be affordable. Okay? All right. I have written all kind of poems, every kind of poem you can imagine. I know how to write the Pantheon, the Epic, you name it. I know how to write free verse, strict form. But in this poetry workshop, you're going to learn how to start your poems as free verse and how to also build poems from stream of consciousness, how to get in, and also how to map your poems, how to structure before you write your poem so that you're just a poem writing machine. But you'll also learn key lessons to write great poems instantly on the first write. Whereas you're writing as good as PhD students and you saved $50,000. Okay? So if you want to get to that level, in just 2 months, which you will, because I will be looking at the work and teaching you and getting you to understand. And then you'll also have worksheets for practicing certain techniques, and also in-depth critique on what I see as your personal style that works for you, things like that. Okay, it'll be a small poetry workshop. It's only going to be about 5 people allowed in, because I want it intimate and I want everybody to be able to get their one-on-one time. So I will announce when the poetry workshop is open. Only 5 seats will be available. The legacy workshop today will only have 4 seats. 4. Okay? So here's how it's going for people who are just coming in. The legacy workshop is 3 workshops. The poets workshop, the chapbook writing poetry workshop, will be anywhere between 4 to 6. Okay? In each workshop, you'll write 2 poems. So basically, by the end of by mid-February, you will have written your very first micro chapbook of poems. I will also be recommending you to publishers and publishers who have published me. I will tell you what they're looking for. I will tell you what they're looking for in your work to get in, and sending you examples of what they publish. We also will be helping you to learn how to master some of the elite techniques that master poets like me use on our first drafts. How to get your first drafts to be almost like 80% ready to be mastered, so that you're not rewriting and rewriting and rewriting. So if you want to learn that, you don't ever have to be a poet. We're going to cover things that some people never told you about writing poetry, and we'll be going over some key lessons. So I'm more than qualified. My resume is way too long for me to be talking about in this video. And when you reach a master level of writing poetry, you just don't want to go over your resume. You're like, oh, I did all that. You're on to the new stuff. But I'm more than qualified. I actually have certification. So it's not like you're just learning how to write poetry from some random person. I taken many classes. Iowa University online. Sharpened Visions poetry course. I graduated from there with an A, with glowing remarks from even students on my final piece, on my final. And I've taken so many poetry classes I cannot count anymore. I even took classes at the Pittsburgh Poetry School. I took some of their classes as well. And I've been writing poetry a long time, but most of my main classes were taken from 2014 through now. Okay, so even though I'm in the master level, I still take classes every year just to write new work. All right, y'all. So if you're interested in my poetry workshop, please email me and say I'm interested in your poetry workshop. If you want to attend my legacy workshop today and the next 2, you need to email me and say I want to be in your legacy workshop. And you need to send me $5 today by 2:30 p.m. for the legacy workshop. I will let you know what is the fee for the poetry workshop. Once again, there's only 4 tickets in the legacy workshop, life purpose legacy workshop, spiritual path workshop. There's only 4 tickets. In the poetry workshop, there's only 5. And you will not believe how suddenly all the tickets can get bought up really fast. So make sure you get your tickets right away. Check the community news for the workshop info and other ways you can sign up and buy your ticket. Okay? All right. Oh, thank you very much. You're so sweet. Where buy the tickets? You can buy the tickets. You can send the money to my Cash App at money sign Coach V Hunter, or you can send it to my PayPal. I will post the news. So y'all, I just put this on because I'm trying out my wardrobe. I'm testing my wardrobe. Okay, I'm doing a little fashion show in here to see what I need to keep, y'all, because I got so much clothing, and I just really need to get to the point where it's like the best of the best. And even with my jewelry, I have way too much jewelry. And I got a bunch of new jewelry this year. So I don't know if y'all saw my video on Facebook. I sold a bunch of my jewelry 5 years ago. Right before COVID, I sold a bunch of my jewelry. I took about 200 shoes of mine. It was a lot, y'all. And I sold them to a boutique, Tracy's Place. I gave her all my shoes, a big bunch of my shoes. I gave 50 to her and then donated the rest elsewhere. But I sold a bunch to her and then to different boutiques. I've always been very blessed. People have always wanted to give me beautiful things. And I've always felt uncomfortable with selling the stuff. But at some point, you can have too much. So I'm going through my wardrobe. I'm going through my stuff. It's going to take me at least 30 days to get my wardrobe down to the best of the best of the best. But I'm getting here, y'all. So this skirt here I've had. This here, I got this at a thrift store. I was lucky to have found it. Okay, I be finding beautiful things in thrift stores. And I've had this for a while. I can't part with it for some reason. I bought this sweater on clearance about 5 years ago, and I had it in a bag. I just took the tag off. Okay. And these earrings were bought for me a year ago, and this is like the second time I tried them on. So I'm trying to give gratitude for what I have and not just let my beautiful stuff sit in bags in the closet and stuff. And this necklace here was bought for me. It came with a set, and it's the Monet. I don't know if y'all know the line Monet. It's a wonderful line. It's called Monet, the Monet line. Okay, you can get this line at Macy's. Macy's sell Monet. Okay, so I'm a big fan of Monet jewelry. It's just that this has been sitting in my drawer so long that it's starting to age. I should have kept it wrapped up. But I'll take it somewhere and kind of get it cleaned and see how they can clean it without really ruining it. Since it is Monet, you know, I think the pearls is real, but I don't know if the stones around it is real. But I'm pretty sure that the pearls are real because of who bought it. Okay. But anyway, I love talking about fashion. I want to get into fashion. I have a lot of nice stuff. I do have this beautiful fashion hat. I should go get it, y'all. I want to know if y'all think I should like not wear it with this or wear it with this. So let me go get it real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go get this hat and see what y'all think. I'm trying to decide. Okay, so I was thinking of putting this hat on, y'all. I was thinking of putting this on. Now I have another hat with it. I have plenty of hats. Okay, this right here. I like this, y'all. And I think that it kind of goes. I think it kind of goes with the sweater. What y'all think? Do it go? Do y'all think this go with the sweater? I like this one because see it can breathe. My hair can breathe so it won't dry out. What y'all think? I don't know, y'all. If it go with this sweater. I'm gonna stand up. What y'all think, y'all? Okay. Y'all know I like my fashion. So the lipstick I have on, y'all, this is Maybelline, y'all. This ain't cheap. This lipstick. Okay. This red here, ladies. So I'm gonna tell y'all what kind it is. It is Maybelline New York. And the gloss that I have on top is LA. Okay. Now this ring is real. I've had this ring for a long time. This ring is real. Okay, this ring is tiger's eye with diamonds, and it is genuine silver. Genuine. Okay. It even has the stamp mark underneath. It has the stamp. So this is my favorite. I wear tiger's eye on this hand because of my sun energy. So I'm always using this hand. This is my leading hand. So I wear my tiger's eye stone on this hand. It needs cleaned though, but I've had this for years. I'm going to be leaving this to my daughter in my will. This bracelet right here was just made for me. My daughter just had it made for me as a present. So I love fashion, y'all. I love fashion. I do got some product reviews. So somebody just bought me this. And y'all, this smells so good. Ladies, this pink champagne, this right here, okay? It's by Glow Bloom. This smells so good. So good, okay? So this is some new stuff. I like to do fashion, y'all. I'm going to be doing fashion videos on my lifestyle channel. So this pink champagne smells wonderful. This right here by Aromatherapy, this peppermint here. Whoo! This right here. Okay, see it says stress relief. So if you put this on your third eye in the morning, it's wonderful. You know, wash your face and then rub this on your third eye. And you will get peace in mind. Okay? All right. I'm going to do some product reviews, some new stuff that I got. If you got 4C here, this works. Okay? This is a nice glosser for kinky hair. The reason why is because it has the olive oil. Olive oil is a superfood for afro hair. Okay, so this is wonderful here. My daughter even uses this. We're doing product review real quick before I get off. I started using this gel and I love it, the argan oil, because it makes your hair shiny. It makes your hair shiny. Now, what I do with the argan oil gel, I don't put it on my whole hair. I put it only at the ends. Okay? I don't have gel in my hair. I'll show y'all what I have in my hair. Okay. I put it only at the ends. Okay, to seal the ends so they don't break and split. See? I put it only at the ends. The rest of my hair, I use butter. I'm going to show y'all what I use. What my favorite new hair butter. Okay? It's by Cream of Nature. This line right here is the best for kinky hair. I don't care what nobody say. If you got 4C hair, this is the best because see both of these, argan oil and argan oil. These two lines have been around since 1990s. That's how old these lines are. These are classics, okay? Cream of Nature is a classic hairline. And so is Echo Style. So I went back and I started using the stuff that my mama used to use. And my hair is thriving, y'all. Like straight up thriving. Okay. So I got that. I did get a new vitamin that I want to share with y'all. This energy vitamin really works. This is a good vitamin. It's a one a day, but see it says energy. Energy. So I normally take that like in the evening hours so that, you know, my energy gets up. Now, somebody bought me this candle, and this candle has had a spiritual effect on me. This Snow Dust Bayberry. Somebody bought me this and gave it to me as a I can feel like it has some spiritual benefits. It could be the bayberry that's in it. Yeah, the Empress energy. Okay, yeah. That's why the berries. That berry in here, see y'all, it's powerful, y'all. It's powerful. So I showed y'all some of my new products. Now, this I don't put in every day. This is something I'll put in my hair. The glosser is when I know I'm going somewhere nice. Then I might just, normally I just stroke it down like this. Stroke it just to add a little bit of shine where everybody can see my hair, like the front of my hair. That's what I do. There we go. Okay, I don't wear my hair out anymore. It stays twisted. Y'all, I'm having to retwist my hair a lot because it keeps it's growing fast. So I've been using rice water. I used rice water literally about a week ago and I saw new growth, y'all. I'm not even lying. I saw new growth. So that rice water, it grows your hair within days. It grows your hair, but you have to massage it in. You have to go like this to get the protein into the pores. So when you put the rice water in your hair, you got to work the rice water into the pores so that the hair is getting fed protein. The pores are eating the protein, and then it kind of like stimulates the hair growth to happen faster. So I'm just showing y'all what I use. Now I don't wash my hair, y'all, weekly anymore or bi-weekly. I do a conditioner apple cider rinse 2 weeks later, and then I shampoo on the fourth week. I'm finding that when you shampoo too often, you're stripping the natural sebum. So you're just getting set back. You're putting the stuff in your hair to grow your hair, but then you're shampooing. So I just use, if my hair gets itchy or feels real grimy, then I'll just use an apple cider conditioner to just detox the hair. Not strip the sebum, but to just detox whatever is making my hair itchy. And then I just retwist. I don't do a shampoo but once a month. A family member of mine has long growing, fast growing hair. And they told me to stop shampooing every 2 weeks. That's the problem. You're shampooing the sebum away. People are lying when they say shampoo every week. No. Oh, okay. This is what I found out about twisting your hair. Now, y'all ain't going to agree with me, but stop parting it. Stop parting it. Finger part it, okay? Or use one of those sticky combs. I'm going to tell you why. Never to part your hair with one of those precise parts. Your hair is always thinner and thicker in certain sections. And when you're basing it on the chart of how to part your hair perfectly, you're going to end up having real visible thinner sections. And you're going to feel some type of way. You're going to be like, wait a minute, what's going on? So part your hair according to how it's growing. Okay? How it's growing. So for example, my hairline has always been up high. See? Because that's my dad's hairline. I always had my dad's hairline. This is genetics. It's always been higher up. Okay? An arch. I'm not going to try to part my hair the way they say to part it, because what'll happen here, and then I have gray. See how the gray is there, but it looks like there's no hair there, but there is? If I try to part it the way they say to part it in the laid hair community, it's gonna interfere with my natural hairline. Okay? So I go with my hairline. So if a section feels thinner, of course I'm going to make that thicker because it's thinner. I'm not going to make all the parts the same width because I don't get the same hair in the same sections. More hair might grow here than grow here. More hair might grow here than here. So it's like really stupid to sit up there and be like, oh, I'm going to do perfectly the same size squares through the whole head. You're gonna look ridiculous. Okay. So I go by the weight. I go by the weight. So I know that this is my thickest section. So I'm not going to put these the same size as these. I'm not going to part this the same size as this. This is going to be, it'll be extra thicker. It'll be more hair grows out here. I have more hair coming out each pore here. So that's dumb to try to make this the same width as the same as my sides. That's dumb. So I base it upon how much hair is growing out in each section. And I don't want bald spots. When you keep parting the same way, you will get a trained bald spot there. A trained bald spot. You're shocking that section, that's part of your scalp, because you keep parting in the same way, parting in the same way. That's why you have people that got big spaces, wide spaces between their twists, because they keep parting in on the same part. Okay? They train the hair to not grow there by shocking that part of the scalp. So I don't do that. Okay? So some like this month I might add more hair over here. But next month it might be thicker parts. I'm trying to avoid trained parts. See, that's what happened to me right here. See? I had a friend that would always part right here when she would do my hair. So now the hair stays thin. It's not growing real thick there. Because she would always part there and part there. It was the same place every time she would do my hair. And one day I just noticed like the hair not growing here no more. So now I let the hair stay thick and full and frizzy, and I don't do tight parts there. So that's how I found out how to like grow your own hair, is that you can't part your hair the way everybody say you part. You can't use a part chart. Because that's what they're doing in the hair community, in the black hair community. Everybody's using the same part chart. And it's like, no, like my hair grows differently at different parts of my hair. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I do eye makeup, y'all. I will do a video showing how to do eye makeup. Would y'all like to see me do eye makeup? We could talk about like, okay, if you have big eyes like I do, big eyes like this, you actually want to take some of the weight off your eyes because you got like a lot of eye. So what I like to do is I like to make my strokes a little thick. Okay, if I do it thin, then it's like too much eye space. When I shut my eyes, it's like too much eye space. See that? It's too much eye space. So I do mine thick. I find that when you have big eyes, thick eyeliner looks good on you. Okay? If you have little eyes and you go thick, then it looks kind of like weird, like you got little eyeballs. So, and also, I find that wearing eyeshadow that is like darker, when you're ebony, darker eyeshadow is better for you. I know ebony women been told different. Darker eyeshadow, okay? Like dark green, maroons, burgundy, reds, like this color, the fall season and the summer season, and you add a little bit of spring on your eyeshadow. Little bit. Because you're deep, you're not cool. Most women of color got deep tones. So you don't want to overdo it with the cool tones on your eyes, or you'll look like an insane prostitute from the 70s. Okay, you don't want to look like that. So the blue eyeshadow do look good, but you got to make sure you don't have too much powdery baby blue eyeshadow. Like you should have just a hint of it. So like you would put the dark blue and then you would have a hint, just a little bit, because you have deep toes. Most ebony women do. It always shocks me when I see ebony women with like their whole eyelid like baby blue eyeshadow. I'd be like, girl, you ain't white. Like that don't you ain't white, babe. You ain't white. Like that doesn't really benefit your ebony. Okay? I'm gonna go get my eyeshadow and I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some eyes. If y'all can wait a second for me to get it. Okay, I got it, y'all. I got you, man. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Now, for some of y'all who like to wear skirt in the winter time, you know what I like to do when I want to wear something this short, skirt dress. I'll put on some leggings, some black leggings, and I'll wear some boots, okay, that are like, I'll wear some fur boots or some netted boots that go up to like halfway up my leg. That way, only this part of my leg is out, but at least I have a legging on, okay? I like to wear skirts that have a lining. See this? See how it has a lining? So if I wear this outside in the winter months, it's my leg is not feeling all the cold because it has a lining. It has a lining. Okay? If you don't buy these with linings, you need to buy the whole lingerie. And you put on the lingerie that comes to here, and then you put the dress or the skirt on after it, so that your legs don't feel the cold coming through. This is how you're able to wear lacy stuff in the winter season without like, ooh, I'm freezing, I'm real freezing. You have to have some sort of lining underneath. Okay, so you can always buy you a lining, a like a polyester lining type of whole body suit. Put it on and then put your skirt over it, and you could throw on some fancy leggings. Some leggings with some pattern to them, and then throw on your boots. Okay, and then if you're wearing something like this because your arms is out, what you can do literally under your coat is you can wrap a scarf around you. Okay, you can literally wrap a scarf around you like this, and then have your coat on. Or you can buy you a vest. You can buy you a vest that kind of comes down, falls down here, and you can wear that under your coat. But what I like to do is when I'm wearing something like this with my arms out in the winter, I will get something that has a warm lining to it. So I will wear something with a warm lining to it. That way my arms don't freeze. So you gotta learn, like, you can learn how to like dress for the winter weather but still look sexy. Okay? If you're somebody that wants your arms out when you're at the bar having drinks and you're wearing a sweater like this with your arms out, then all you do is you come in with a fleece on. You come in with a fleece on. See? You get out your car with your fleece on, and then you take the fleece on and put it on the back of the bar, and you can sit there with your arms out. Since the restaurants are always hot from body heat, so it makes no sense to get out your car with a big coat on if you're wearing a fleece. That's why I like fleece. They have fancy fleeces, okay? They have ones that are looking fancy. Let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna bring down one of my fleeces, my fleece type of coats that I'm actually hand washing today. I'll be right back, y'all. Be right back. So this is one of the ones So this is something that I would wear to the club in the wintertime. See this? See this? Now, see how it has a lining? Now, I didn't wear this out, but the lining is still holding up overall. So all I got to do is hand wash this. This been in my cedar closet. I might send it to the cleaners and let them do it. Let me see. See, it says I can put this in the machine. So I'm going to put this in the machine today to machine wash this on a gentle cycle. See? And then if I get out my car, and I got this sweater on with my arms out. See, y'all, look. See this? Now, I bought this years ago, when my breasts were smaller. Now, I have a black and white fur one that's longer. I gave it to my sister. When they come here, they always see what I got. See? I get out my car and see? And I have to wash it though, y'all. It's been in the closet for a while. I'm gonna put it in the washer today. If anybody want to know what the company is, the company for this coat is it's by Last Kiss. The company is Last Kiss if you want to look up their coats. When I give y'all the name of the products, y'all need to write it down if you like it. Okay? Yes. See how it's not too hot though, but it's not too hot. Like I could walk in the club with this. Like I'm not going to burn up walking in a bar in the club with this on. It doesn't look like I'm coming in with too much on. So I could like literally just take this off, throw this on the back of the bar seat or whatever, and I'm sitting there like this. See, it looks sexy and it still shows off my waistline. But what I like about this is that it's perfect if you have wide shoulders. Okay? Let's say you have wide shoulders like I do, wider shoulders. I'm going to show y'all why this coat works. See this? This accentuates my shoulders, see? Because I have wider shoulders. So if I go to walk in, the collar here laying flat like that, it looks sexy on me. Okay? Now, of course, I could throw a little scarf. You know, a little scarf here. Put a little scarf around my neck here. See? To add a little bit of flavor to the space of the coat. Okay? Now, put this little hat on here. I love old-fashioned hats, y'all. There we go. This will protect my hair from the snow. And my hair can still breathe, see? So I can literally come in the bar like this. Now, of course, I have other earrings I could wear. I have other earrings, which I'll show y'all. But I could come in like this, and then I can always take it off, see? And my hair won't be frizzy because, see, it has the spaces. It can breathe. See? And I can easily roll this up. Look what I could do with this. See? Look. I can put that right in my pocket. This is, see, when you shop, you have to think of how efficient is the stuff. Like, can I just like put this in my pocket if I don't want to wear it? I don't really want to wear this in the bar right now. I'm going to go ahead and stuff this in my little jacket pocket and you know, on the dance floor, and I'm going to start dancing. Okay? All right. So I'm going to, we could talk about makeup if y'all want to. I love talking about fashion and makeup at this time. I love it. So, this is a palette that's good for ebony women. Okay? So it would be these color, that 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 color, and this color, depending on what you blend it with. This, no. See that? See that? No. I see a lot of ebony women wearing that color, and it's a no. Okay? It's a no. And this is a no too. But I see ebony women wearing that. It's a no. Okay? I will explain why it's a no. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, somebody's so sweet. When I dress up, y'all, and I get all sexy, okay? Even when there's men I know, I make men uncomfortable. Men get uncomfortable around me, y'all. They do. Like, I get all dressed up and I have with my thick legs, and I have my little skirt on. They get, they get uncomfortable, y'all. I be like, you don't have to be uncomfortable. My husband, his voice goes so soft. You look real good, baby. His voice, he can't talk. He can't talk, y'all. I can't be dressing up all the time because no. I dress up, but I don't show my legs a lot anymore. I used to show them more, but it seemed like some of the men was uncomfortable when they were with their women, or they didn't want to give all creepy vibes. We all got some stuff that we working with that's like sexy, we all do. So makeup, okay? Now the makeup, as I said, ladies, it's the green. Green is a beautiful color for ebony women. Beautiful. And so is the purples and the blues. That color is a color that's really good for ebony women. But a lot of ebony women won't wear it. And I don't know why. So blending the colors. So you can blend like this color and that color, or that color and that color. But you want to work dark to light. You want dark and then light. So I would start with this color. This would be the one to go right here. Okay. Now this is going to come out a little black. See how that looks a little black, but you can still see the shine of the green in it? This is called nighttime makeup, evening wear. So if you're going out to the club, you want to have darker makeup on. Darker. Now, if the club has like a lot of lighting in it, then you definitely want to go add a little bit of sparkle to it. But you do want to wear more darker colors when you're in a club with your makeup. See how that little hint? See that? See how some of that came out? Okay. So I'm making sure I keep this dark. See how my eyes are brown, but you can see a little bit of the hint, the green here with the eye. Like what I learned, like your eyelid is like a lampshade. It's like a lampshade over a light bulb. So you have to think about what would it look like if you saw a lamp and you had decorated a lamp over a light bulb. How would it look like according to what the light bulb was? According to your eye color, you also pick the lampshade. Okay, you also pick the eyeshadow. So you still have to consider your eye color. Okay. Now, of course, when you want it a little darker, then you can get into getting on the edges. Okay? You can get into going a little, but because we're going narrow here. See, we're going narrow. We want to use a smaller brush. So we want to go, I'm going in with the black a little bit on the sides. Okay, I'm going in there. Just a little bit. See how it's starting to go from dark to green like that? I use the smaller brush. Now you can always clean up if the eyeshadow fall, but you know what I mean. Now, you want to go with a smaller brush up top, which most people use a bigger one. The reason why you go smaller is because you don't want to smear too much into this one. Now, this is how I do it. Some people like to go whole light and then dark. I don't like that because then it starts to lighten the dark parts that I don't want light. So I work my way up. So because I use this one here, I might want to go with this one. Yeah. And I'm going to go just in there. But I'm just making it go halfway. Y'all, I'm not using a mirror. I'm using this mirror. I'm not going all the way. I'm just going some of the way. Because I don't want to mess up the smoke. Now, of course, I could take a Q-tip. I could take a Q-tip and blend it. Okay, I could blend that, the dark eyeshadow that I put in, I could blend it into that. Okay. I can blend it. I can use the brush that I already used and just, just dust it over a little bit so it's a little bit blended. I'm leaving that green there though. I'm leaving it there. This is if you're going out the nightwear nightclub. Okay. Now when it comes to the eyeliner, you can now what I do with eyeliner is I draw the outside line up and then I fill it in. I fill it in. This is if I wear makeup. Or you can just get a brush like this. See this? So you can actually, if you want to, you can just put some on the brush. Look, y'all. Make it easier for yourself. Making sure that brush is nice and wet. And then you're just going to draw downward like that. Okay? Now, I don't go all the way over. I can't see y'all. The lighting's not that good in here. Oh, you could go all the way up. I'm just doing what I can see. Okay. All right. Only what I can't see it, y'all, all together, but I'm taking a guess here. All right. So I went a little bit high, but that's okay. Now, of course, I could go in heavier here, heavier. I could wet the brush some more. Just so I go a little bit deeper. So that's if you like the eyeliner high. Now you can actually go this way too. You can actually do a fishtail where you actually go this way as well. Okay? Some people do it like that as well. It all depends on what you're trying to do. You can do that like they used to do in Egypt. They would actually go down this way and that way too. So that it has like a fish there. Like the fish, the tail of the fish. Y'all, I don't have a mirror. This lighting sucks in here. So I'm just guessing. Okay. That's if you're trying to go bold. Okay, it looks a little bit like risky, but y'all get what I'm saying. So this is just an example. I don't have a mirror, y'all, and I can't really see, but you can always do it like a tail, or you can close it in. You can close that in. There's people that do it like that. And then you could just go ahead and go in with some color. Some lighter color though. You want to go lighter because you're going in. Going in. Let's see what happens. But you know, draw it better, y'all. You want to draw the fishtail better. I can't see that good because I'm like trying to use low lighting to see. And then you could just clean it up. So this is kind of like what they used to do in Egypt. They would actually do like a fishtail at the end of their eye, you know, to make it seem like their eye is a fish. That's how they used to do it. Now, of course, I can go in a little heavier here. So some of the fish can be seen. And then I could always put some glitter in the tail, like a little bit of glitter or a little bit of glitter on my eyes. And just have a little bit of fun. You could do one eye. You don't have to do both. You could literally just do one eye, make that a fish, and maybe make this just like it's only an egg of a fish. So it all depends. Like I love Egyptian makeup. I love how they like made their eyes look like a fish. Now, of course, when you get to this part, you can put like this part here. So it looks like the mouth of the fish. You can go a little bit lighter there. Just a little bit lighter. See? You can kind of blend. And then you're just working with trying to make it darker. Let's get it. So it's just having fun, y'all. Okay. Now, of course, when you go on the bottom, you just basically just going to go from the outside to just the end. You're not really going to go all the way over. A lot of people like to go all the way over, but I find just like that's pretty much enough. And then you could always go in with the green. I'm doing this with no good lighting. This is crazy. So it does look a little bit like it's lighter there. Of course, you can actually buy a liner that's lighter. So that it looks lighter there. Okay. Whew, y'all. I haven't worn makeup in so long that it feels different. It literally feels different. Like I'm not going to go all the way over. That's about almost. You want to go to where your eyeball starts. So where did your eyeball start? That's pretty much how far you want to go over, like where your eyeball start. Now, of course, you can go in a little darker underneath your eye. I have a sister. She likes her eye, or bottom of her eye, kind of thicker and wider. So of course you could go right there to make it thicker. And then you can always take a napkin and smudge it so that it smudge it a little bit, like to add a little bit, like it's a mist around the fish. Okay. Now, of course, you can go higher if you're into adding light above. But, I mean, you can add blue. I would add blue. I would add like a light blue, as if It's in the ocean, and the light's getting lighter. That's what I would do. But this is just me just doing it quickly, y'all. I can't really see everything I'm doing. Of course, if you want to have a little bit more fun, you can actually decorate the fish or whatever. uh, the Egyptians, they like to work with fish with their eyes. So I'm just basically making little strokes here. Clean it up just a little bit. There. Just having fun with the tail part. Okay. All right. Have fun, y'all. My family gonna be like, what got into you? You don't never wear no makeup. But I feel like this needs to be over a little bit further. It has to line up with your eyeball itself. Okay. There's a line up. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. So you can always take a Q-tip and smudge and blend, like artistry, smudging and blending. So I can do this eye, but I can leave the fish on this eye. So if I like to turn my head like this, I might want to have the fish on this eye. And then this eye is just a basic eye. Okay? It's like eyeshadow and eyeliner, but it's not a fish. Okay, y'all. I had fun with y'all now. The mascara here that I got, I think this is the mascara. Is this the one? No, this is the case. Okay, so the mascara that I'm using is this one. So I use the length definer because I have thick lashes, but I want my lashes thicker. I only do 2 strokes because when you do more than one stroke, the eyelashes get too compacted. So it's like you get 2 strokes and that's it. Okay. So let's see this eyeliner, y'all. I mean this mascara. Okay, this is by LA. LA. So remember, you only get like 2 strokes. Y'all, I normally do way better than this, but I can't see. Let me see if I blend it a little bit. That looks a little better. Yeah, I needed to go over more, but the lighting. So you only get like you see how I did a little stroke, but I'm not like doing it thick. When you go heavy, you only get to do that twice. Otherwise, it gets bulky. Yeah. When you press hard on it, you get like 2 times. Otherwise, it gets too thick. So I have thick eyelashes. But I like it dark here, see, because I have already deep, dark brown eyes. So when I add that darkness to it, dark on the edge, it looks really nice. It goes with the mood of my eyes. But then when it goes a little light here, the light is coming from here. See, the light is coming from here. So when I have the light here, it looks nice. Where you're sitting at matters in a bar, in a restaurant, where the light is coming from. So if you know that you have eyeshadow on, this light here, you definitely want to be sitting somewhere where the light is coming this way, not that way. You want lighting that's hitting your eyes this way. Light bulb that's like flashing lights or window light coming this way. Reflections, any window reflections coming this way, so that the green in your eye isn't, the light eyeshadow is enhanced. I figured that out one day. I'm like, how come in some pictures the light part of my eyeshadow look really nice, and in some picture like you can barely see it? And I realized it's the lighting. So I had a little bit of fun, y'all. Let's do a little bit of blending. I felt like I wanted to blend a little bit more I'll blend. It might look like that's black, but it's not. It's actually green. It's just this lighting sucks. Let me see here. Yeah, that's better. It's a little better. I like that it's like a little stroke there. It's a little stroke, like it's there, then it's there. I feel like that's where the lights hit it, like there and there. Yeah, I had fun. So the lunchtime is a good time for, like, if you're a female, for you to like do an extra little bit of self-care, play with your paints, play with your makeup, you know, play games, um, get into fashion, you know. It's nice. I gotta wash these now. But yeah, normally that looks way better, y'all. I normally do better, but I'm working with not being able to see. See, I couldn't even see how light that was. I couldn't even see. Okay. I'm using the actual thingy for my glass. All right, I'll see y'all later. I can't wait to wear this. Somebody just bought me this as a little gift. It was like I'm thinking of you gift. And I love it. They didn't even know I would love this. I'm definitely going to be looking into this whole line, y'all. Like, for real. That's the stuff right there. But I guess I don't think they knew how that I would like it. I think they were just guessing, and they kind of guessed right. They didn't know they guessed right. All right, bye everybody. See y'all later.